Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking. Right, so then we have a clear winner, and boy, am I looking forward to using this. I really am. So then, let's see. Have we got space for the? Yeah, because now we're I'm thinking there. I think that's the only place, and I think if anything, I'm going to stick. Do we stick one more of those and just go for three? Maybe next door, maybe. We shall have a look. This is the most important thing, because at the minute it is of course going to devour what little bit, which is why I'd like to increase the output of our grapes and a little bit, but I don't want it to go silly either, because I mean this is simulating us having a bigger patch, but obviously with having workers that do the work, and we're paying those workers to look after this. Feel almost like subcontractors looking after things, which is pretty much what the game is, sort of. So really, we know that this would be bigger, or that maybe there would be somewhere else, but it's just a depiction so that we've got something to, we pay for it, we look after it, and it does what it does. So yeah, it's just that. So then we want the old General Mill. I've never used this, so that has quite surprised me, because I thought the extended oil mill would be the clear winner. So we're looking for the old General Mill. Yeah, I do love it when you find mods that are absolutely amazing, that you become. It's a bit like the production shed. I totally escaped my notice for about eight months, and then one day I put it down, not expecting anything, and it literally blew me to pieces. It was absolutely amazing, really was. Right, so that wasn't bad. The farm factory, old General Mill, I think it was quite a way in. It didn't look anything stupendous, but it certainly is. Well, the production shed is one of the most nondescript of all, and yet has become like. I mean, my Disturbed Simulations, the mini biogas plant is amazing, and that has truly. Yeah, here we are, Farmer Jeb. Now then, ooh. Now then, I don't know what's important. Let's have a look first. What is important? You've got that as well. I'm not sure that this is going to fit here, no matter what we do. It's also got that tree that I think, it's not going to work. So do you know something? I think we need to buy another field. I think I was right. It's time for us to expand a little, I think, before we do that expansion of it. So then, right, now this is, let's have a look at the shape of the fields. Field 9 has an awful lot of free land around it, but is unfortunately a little bit out. Now field 3, I did notice that, it's field 2 actually, plot 3. I did notice that as I was passing through 1, we may just about be able to afford that, and it's grass. We can indeed. It has got a little bit of extra at the end. Right, smashing. Let's go and have a look. Are we going to set the... It's August. Are we going to set the mowers? I think we're going to do it tomorrow morning. I really do. I think what we're going to do is... Just remind myself... Yeah, that fantastic thing. Really, we're going to be approaching the winter. So I think we're going to be cutting that new field. We're also going to put one more of those in, and we're going to literally do that this morning. So we want that, yeah, it's production, orchards, and we want, no it's not, it's greenhouses. Yeah, you're wrong, it's that one. So we want the 2, which is this one, and that is the right, and that is right. Yeah, I think we're going to do this again exactly the same as, do we do 4? I think we do. I think we'll ooh. No, it's the point. I think, yeah, no, we just go back a little more, that's all. Not sure that we'll... Oh no, actually it is better if I do it like that, and then the water is on the outside. We might have to use V mode because it is a little, or am I a bit too close to the original? It's just too close to the original, that is all. It's going to be tight. I'm trying to match that with the existing. Yeah, I knew there was a bit of. So we now need the other way, because that likewise is going to be. I'm right. Yeah, I am. That is right. Now this is not going to be so severe. Trying to match the. Fantastic. I was not even going to attempt to try to do anything about that. I'm also going to stick, I think it's in factories. Last time I looked for this, it took me ages to find it. I'm sure it is in productions. And this is the Omatana distributor. It does work to other things. I wasn't sure if it did, but I'm almost sure I've used the distributor for, yeah, a lot of things. So I think we're going to stick that. Now it might do weird things. Stick that. Might. Do we level the ground? Hate doing it near to. It's not terrible, but it's a little bad. Let's see if we can at least soften. Yeah, it will let me do a little. Not as bad as you thought. Not really, because that was a bit of a hill anyway. It does let you play around with this a little more than it used to do, but it's not too bad actually. It's not too shabby. So then, I'm going to go into a. No, we're not going to. Do we? No. I think we're all right. Let's grab the Syntrack. Are we going to buy some seeds? I think we are. We're going to literally speed time up. We're going to grab some seeds and. Oh, do we grab wheat this time? No, we need. It's speed, and I know it's going to cost us a little bit more than if we did it the other way. I think a full load would literally be really expensive. Really, so I'm going to leave these on the zone markers just for a minute, just while we do this particular job. I know if we did wheat, it would be better, but yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes you've just got to do these things now. Then we need lime as well. So whichever one we come to first, I think we're going to try for 20 tons. Yeah. It is expensive actually, the seeds like that. It is much better to do it with the other things, but again, that's what you pay for convenience. It really is. So then we need to stick this in the actual, which is I think it's that one on this side. I think the other one's where you take out, not put in. Now we need to activate that. So we're quite production rich for saying. So we have invested a lot of money in these things. So water, seeds, solid fertilizer, and manure. So we need to grab all of those, and we want to distribute. Otherwise, it's no good whatsoever. Oh, we don't want that at all. That can say storing and distributing. Right, so then now we want the full thing of manure, and we also want to do the water as well. So we'll get that filling, I think. Yeah, I like this because it's just pottering around really, and yet we are achieving great things. There are plenty of different ways to do things really, and productions is one of them. So right, let's grab this. Do we need that? I think we'll put something on the floor, or maybe a marking. We need the lime directly. So if we come to the lime first, we'll do a full thing of lime 2. Do we need a full thing of lime? I don't think. No, we don't. It's about 16 tons. Thinking about it, I think it was 4 tons. And we'll put the excess in the existing ones. Yeah, it still is a struggle. I think probably, actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that's... Can that not, the big New Holland, can't that be upgraded? I think. So if we stick this at the back first, those back two, and do we top them up with water so that release going? Or no, I think we'll speed time up for the distributor to distribute. Really? I was on the right one. No, I've just gone past it. Ooh, I'm not sure you're going to get to that other one. We haven't got a bookie yet. Now we're going to have to do what I did before, and I'm not sure it's going to read it. Yeah, on... ooh, this is going to be a bit of a struggle. I'm going to have to lean our... whoa. Not sure if the game lets you do this, as in like lean over. Oh my life. That's what I was saying, really. I shouldn't be struggling like that. Now then, be careful. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I knew that. I knew it. It's going to do it again. What we need to do... Yeah, it's a bit deceptive this, because you think there's more room than you think, but you daren't go close, because it's yeah, I think I could actually go a little bit further. Now we know that. Okay. Just seeing if this actually reads it still, because if I remember rightly, height, apologies, it doesn't seem to matter. The game just knows that it's above the point where it should go, and yeah, I think, is that it? Are we done? I think it is actually. Right, let's go to the left. Yeah, it is. It is a struggle. I think the New Holland is probably going to be the one that we use. Be careful. It's still precarious. Very precarious. That was a little bit silly, if you ask me. Yeah, it was. It was a bad call. It was. I concur. Actually, I was yeah, thinking I might actually drop. Now you should get a little tiny bit, but it won't be a lot at all. It says it's more than you think, but hey ho. Let's try the other one, and then we've completely filled up with lime. We'll stick the rest. We could stick it in just the production shed. Yeah, I think that big boy, I think that can be upgraded to a 500 horsepower, so I think we'll do that. And so that we don't have to go under the roof and risk the smashing this on that, we're going to stick this in here, and then we're going to switch the interactive. Yeah, no, that's, I must remember the Fortis is the one to use because it's a push. Got to get into better habits. Stick that in there. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay then, so we have our field ready for tomorrow morning. We have no, we've not finished yet, but we are going to grab, in fact, let's grab the New Holland. I think it's 435 horsepower, and it's the Dot. Yeah, it is. So yeah, it is 435. I was right. Zone markers. Let's switch those off. We also need to muck around with the the new productions and switch everything on, otherwise it's a total waste of time. So we want this one, and this one should produce a reasonable amount now. Yeah, we're going into this business in quite a big way, so we need to stick. What did we do? Yeah, stuck the manure in. Water, I believe, is what we were looking for. Which did I not start to fill it? No, I didn't. I think I put it at the back though, if I remember rightly. And I didn't actually, so that means it's got to be over here. You were saying? What have I done with that? There is only so much. Where is the Kawaii gone? Please don't tell me about some sort of the mod crash where it's... Have I reset it to the shop or something silly? What? Why did that get reset? Being silly. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I really don't. I go check in editing to make sure that's not me being silly, but I'm almost sure I didn't do that, but hey ho. No, we're not going to do that. This was, yeah, I mean, this was just because of game mechanics. Let's reset that straight away. What? I'm going to have to check in editing. That's really thrown me a good one. I thought we'd left this where we were filling it up. Is that some sort of a mod clash? Or we'll see in editing. I know what I'm like. It's often me, but not always. Not always. Right, we're going to do 2 or 3 of these, definitely. Let's have a look. Let's speed time up a little bit as well, because it is 20 past 8. Although, no, we're not cutting the grass today. As I said, I'm going to test that theory as well. We're going to cut the grass first thing in the morning next time. I'm going to take this till 10. No, actually, we're going to put that water in, because we want it to distribute, and it's got to have water in to distribute the water. Really? Fairly logical, really. I think it's this side. As with most Omatana things, it's a very generous trigger. Although you say that sometimes they've all got a generous trigger in a way. But no, I don't know. No, the Omatana water tower, that's got you've got to hit it in exactly the right place. So yeah, all modders have good and bad days, and they're all yeah. Again, it always sounds so critical later on to go. Omatana is definitely one of my. A bit like Missy B, yeah, there's so many Omatana things that you will find that I use because Omatana is such a good modder, and Missy B likewise. In fact, Missy B probably has got the most long-standing relationship with us as farmers, really. Yeah, the slurry yard was probably one of my absolute favourites of FS19. When there weren't many mods that did things like that, it really did give you a leg up, good prices, yeah, really. So definitely one of my all-time favourites. And in FS22 we're very, very production rich. That doesn't mean to say I never use it, although I tend to use other things that do other things too. and that is it. It's not always that you prefer. There's quite a few mods where you do things because they do 2 or 3 things, or I mean the Omatanas, that's another reason. The farm supply production is brilliant. The Lorts all in one, that's another fantastic one that I'll often use for wool and clothing and upgrade. Even the dairy's not terrible. The grain, it's very good at making flour. It's got a fantastic recipe for that. Not so good at making bread, but then the normal bakery is not that good either. The land bakery is the one that I found to be the best. But then if you find a cheap bakery with terrible things and you soup it up and it's cheap, then to be honest, you probably will get a better bakery just by going for a cheap bakery. I don't know if there are any little ones. Isn't there one? A little bakery that's a farm bakery or something like that? That might well be true. Now then, let's have a look. Is that everything in that particular production? Being as we're boxing with our head and not with our... Yeah, so we're looking for... Yeah, that should go through in a bit. So we've got seeds, solid fertilizer. We don't want that ticked at all. And the manure, I thought we'd put some in. We obviously didn't. Oh, that's because I'm clocking that. For once I've ever steered. Right, let's grab the Syntrack and we will grab some. What? Where did I stick the manure then? Where did I stick the manure? That's shocked me now. Did I stick it in the production shed? Is this scratching and burning? Because I distinctly remember oh, unless it's already gone. It could have gone to the gardens already. And it has done it. You did speed time up. So it may be that it's not working. That it's already done its job. But if it has, then... No, we manually did that. Yeah, no, so it hasn't. It's not that at all. Right, okay. Yes, we must get those bits of log done that we couldn't do anything with. I must have put it in there. I've got to have done. Let's just see. Yeah, it is when you're not feeling 100% as well. You do the stupidest things, really. I think it's this way. I don't think it's that far either. It says as it goes half the way round. I was the wrong way. I was probably 3 bits away from it. Knowing me. Manure. Right, I could... Well, something happened to reset that up to the top, so I have no idea what that was, why that actually occurred. That was a strange one. So whether that's something did actually crash and burn, we'll have a good look in the in editing and see what was what. See if I can see it and see if it was just me. Well, I suppose you could see if it went into the production shed. We didn't put it into the BGA. I could have sworn we put it into the distributor. Let's shift that out of the way. Okay then. Let's have a look then. So that should now... It's got no water in it yet. Just got the line that we did, and that'll be the same. Yeah, the thing with the distributor that I found is it doesn't always. Now, we got it calling. Ah, we haven't done the... We'll stick this on distribute, and there's no effort to distribute to at present. So let's keep it on storing. It might do weird things, truthfully. So we want grapes distributing. Grapes distributing. I think we've done this one. We have. Brilliant. And have we done everything? Did we put manure in here? No, we didn't. So it's almost like sticking the manure in has done something weird, and it made the water thing crash. Yeah, we know it's got 45 tons now. Yeah, it's got 22 tons. It's distributing. So if we speed that up till 10 o'clock, really, that should distribute. Unless I am wrong and it doesn't actually distribute to other things. But I'm almost sure it does. I'm sure I've used this. But then again, I might be wrong. Oh, no, it has. There's manure's gone down. It is a bit finicky. I've always said that about it. It's, yeah, it is blue now. So, is it the amounts? 120 times 100 is 12,000 over a day. So not over the hours. This is true. Now they're all active though, so it's got to be. Yeah, it has. So we're going to sleep through till tomorrow, and we're going to leave it at that point because it's been a monster session. We have done an awful lot of work, even if we haven't done an awful lot of work. We've been boxing clever with our. Yeah. Oh. A beautiful 280 horsepower tractor, and again we can't afford it, but again I am actually quite happy with the team that we've got. I don't mean that later on we wouldn't, but I'm happy with where we are now. I think that we're doing all right. We did the fertilizer and the lime in. The one thing I would like to do is, and we're going to do it with this one because this one doesn't get much of a chance, and it's ideal really for this particular type of job. We're going to go and scan field 3. Now then, where did we start? We stuck it by the Mud Fruits buying station, if I remember rightly. Which, knowing me, I probably haven't. No, I didn't. I stuck it by the windmill. Do love the sound of the Velvet. Someone's gone to an awful lot of trouble with this. It's a beautiful mod. Yeah, I took it out for a while because I couldn't get it to work, but. Thought I'd give it another shot, and it seems to be. Again, it might have been because I was using the. Wow, look at the scan range on this. It's phenomenal. It's so good. I think we need to go like that. It's the only way you can actually do it. Wow, please, we can get field 2 in one scan. Seriously, it's a big field. This is the super scanner. Not quite. It's a bit. I think we can. It does, but bearing in mind your corners, you're not going to completely do. I think we can just about get away with that. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Let's have a look at that. So that is, we're going to go through till the morning, and then we are just going to call it quits. So it's a pretty awful field, but no, we're looking at the wrong one. It's field 2. That's not bad. Loamy sand, sandy loam. Fantastic. Go through till the morning, and then yeah, tomorrow we're going to cut this grass. There's this. Yeah, it is. It's a funny grass. I think it's a different texture. I think it's throwing me out. It might have been 3rd grade stage after all. let's stick this. In fact, we will stick it where I said, at the back of this, I think. Right, smashing. So then we're going to go through till the morning. Nothing, no more BGA. We might get a little bit of... I think the digestate's already gone, so I think it's all going to be down to the great business, but I might be wrong. Don't quote me on it. This is me. And we are going to September, so we need to be 9 o'clock. This is my turnaround month. And this is where we're going to leave it. Yeah, I'm quite excited. We're pretty much through the best part of the year, the productive part of the year. Although productions can make it produce through the winter. Oh my life! Wow. Ugh. Well, your theory about the grass, I think, is totally wrong. Because that's not grown, and this time, so there's something weird. Why do I always pick maps where there's problems, major problems like growing or something like that? Because that's definitely not grown. Oh well, we're doing productions as well, let's be honest, and so if we can't cut a grass, we can make this into a production slab, I suppose. Yeah, because I would imagine most of that was from our great business. Now let's have a look at our gardens before we scoot, and we'll also check. Do we buy that and round it off? It's a cracking tractor. I think it's, yeah, not gonna second guess that I think is a full team. I don't really think we need any more at all. Yeah, it's that is fantastic. 151,000. We were looking at the productions. Just want to look at the productions to see how we're doing, and then we need to buy the olive thing, so that's got to be placed next. Do we place that as the last thing? That's distributed. Now the water's all gone, the seeds aren't going very much, but they don't need much seeds. Oh, they are actually doing much. No, they're 1,387. They're the ones that have just come online, but it's enough. It really is. The lime was filled, the water's, yeah, that the water is not very good at all. It is a bit hit and miss. It is. It should be really full. I think it does. It fills the wrong ones. So I've got 29 tons of olives. So that is quite phenomenal. But bearing in mind it is the year's sort of thing of it. So we are going to cut the grass. So we have got some digestate. That's, oh wow, we have got 64 tons of digestate actually, and that's what is doing things. Is it running out of? I did stick it in there. That's, of course I did. Right, we need to stick some more in there. That's why, because I've gone the lossless way. So we need some more manure. We're going to do that just before we go. Grab a full 45 tons of manure, stick that in there, and then at least our main business, the fertiliser business, is ticking over nicely. In fact, yeah, that is true. We could use this one. So I think we've got a full complement. I don't think we need any more. So the one thing I would like to do is go for the fast bale, because I think that will then mean that we can, again it might, but then again if the grass is not growing, is that really important? That's the one thing I am going to say. Now I'm sure on my other field the grass did grow, so it might be a field thing. It could just be certain things are not, yeah, like this field, or is the growth, yeah, let's have a look at the growth cycles on this map. I think it's fairly normal. Yeah, grass definitely September to, you were saying no harvest season for grass, planting till May. Well, perhaps it's got a different... No, but you can harvest, so that means it's got to grow. Surely. But if you can't plant, does that mean it doesn't grow then? So this grows over winter. So, right, okay, then in that case, it may well be that this has got a different cycle, completely different cycle, which is why I'm thinking about the grass. Because isn't that true down under? I do think that's correct. I remember them saying something about that. I think their weather's completely different. So this is me thinking the rest of the world is completely different, and it is. So I think actually I've been caught out by Australia, basically. I think I'm right. That would explain why it's not a thing. It looks like the grass actually grows over the winter when it doesn't normally everywhere else, which you've just got to get used to the pattern. Wow, that is phenomenal. Right, we need to do another water. I want to do that now so that next session it's ready to rock and roll. Yeah, to grab the other one. I do need to fill this, that is true, and let's not destroy someone else's crop. So this grass, is nothing wrong with this grass at all. It actually is not supposed to grow right now. Well, in fact, actually, I think in September is when it starts to grow again. So now it should be growing. Right, so we have got another John Deere. We'll bring that down next session. I'll do that off camera. I'm not going to faff around. You've seen me drive around quite a lot. We do need to put the oil thing down. I think we're going to do that now because I know what I'm like. I'll come in the session next time and I'll totally forget about it. So we'll do that now. It's not that far away really. As the crow flies, it's here. We'll do the same again. I think the trees are... Oh, that tree there probably is, but we haven't got that. Did we buy a... Yeah, this bit here is ours. It really is. And I think the bushes seem to be the bit where they're left so you can see what's what. No, it's not. It's gone right the way back to the beginning. It's quite a long way in. So it is the General Mill, which, would you believe it, the old General Mill. And that's important, and it does have something by that door. So I think, it should be 85, so... That's about as good as it gets. And that we've got free rein. There's not much in it. In fact, if anything, that's getting worse. Yeah, it's too close to the trees. So, do you know, all things considered, I think we'll probably... Yeah, that's gone up. Go there. Right, I've gone onto the field a little bit. Let's just check. Let's do a little bit of softening. Yeah, it has gone there. Oh, no, it's a bit too big. Let's just soften that, because at least it's non-destructive now. This used to drive me crazy on FS19 because you did, as it is. What you have always got to remember. I did think of something the last session that I meant to say is better in FS22. It's amazing how the human memory is very good at remembering the bad, but not so much. All my life, that really did. That was a little bit far more severe than I thought. Let's fix that, even if it costs us 10 grand. Yeah, I know, but right now, of course, now that I've mentioned that, I cannot for the life of me remember what it was, but there was something that I thought of that I thought, well, that's definitely improved and is better. I do like the dynamic field edges that as on Horse Aggravation, but it is true. The other thing is, I did also like the stones on the Platinum Pack, and I've never seen any other mod maker add it into their maps, not even Oxygen David. So yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, it's a little bit on that corner, so that's a bit disappointing. No, I'm not leveling that at oxygen, David. I'm just saying it is one of those features that I thought, looking for. But I did think, is this going to be carried across to mod makers maps, or is it just going to be a Giants thing? And is it even going to be a Giants thing? Will they even remember? We shall see in Zilonka. I think that's right, isn't it? Right, so we need to be grabbing that, and we'll do one more. We need to switch that on while that's filling, I believe. So we need to grab the oil now from all of our things, and we need to be telling the olives to distribute. Distribute. These are the new ones. Whereas that's the old one. Just at least it shows you how little they do. They're not like stupendously, but 4 of them together are going to produce quite a lot. So let's stick that in. Now then, how's the manure looking in the new ones? Because that seemed to be adequate. Water's the thing that seems not to be, but then it had actually run out of water, so yeah. So do we speed time up? We were going to cut the grass, so no, we're not. We're not at all. We're just going to grab one more of this and we're going to leave it. We're going to switch on the new, because otherwise it won't actually call for doing anything. So we want the general mill. We have got a lot of, so we want olive oil, and I believe that sells about July, if I remember rightly. We need to stick some water in it. So we need to incoming, we want to store, everything's on storing as usual. So we've got a mill as well. We need to stick water in. Now that is the point. Will that call for water? It will, if because it's actually, so that is also going to do that. And I'm almost sure that actually does work like that. Now this is a fantastic thing. I do love it a lot. Do we stick one lot of water in it? I think we will. Let's do that now, so that at least next session it's actually working. And then we really are going to leave this. Yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying that because I can tinker. Even if I can't. I've got to be honest, sometimes boxing clever. I remember one time, it was in FS19, and I was tinkering with generators. I was thinking, could you make a Let's Play work by just throwing everything into generators? And it was using the in-game. The in-game generators weren't fantastic, so what is here? Let's have a look at this as well. So the olive oil, that's it. That's all we're doing, just the olive oil. It's going to put water in it, and it's going to produce. It's active, and that everything is storing. It's always on storing. So yeah, and it's going to produce a bit of pig food which we can sell, quite a considerable amount actually. In fact, actually that's lossless. It's 640, 740, 800. So 800 olives produces 640 and 160 pig food. So you're not losing anything. It's lossless, but you're having to put a water and obviously the secret ingredient of this super duper mod. So really shouldn't, no, it's got no olives in it. Yeah, as we cut the grass next session, that'll be sort of the thing to do, won't it? Right, so that could be why this could be second growth stage, because it stops growing in. Yeah, I've got to get my head around that, because that's quite intriguing and different. We'll start this filling, and we're going to grab our secret mowing weapon. Do we buy the? Oh, I've not really got enough. We're going to have to use our original equipment to begin with, and this is obviously just a standard cut. I'm going to fill this, and I'm going to say my goodbyes, and then next session we're going to get the grass cut. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope, and I really do mean that, do hope you stick with me on this fantastic map. It really is, it is beautiful, and there is nothing wrong with the map at all. It is just the fact that it is a completely different calendar, and I'm really not used to that at all. So I'm going to say goodbye for now.